The health of dogs is at risk from heartworms, a major parasite transmitted by infected mosquitoes. The infection of the dog starts with an infected mosquito taking a blood meal. Infective third-stage larvae L3 of the parasite Dirofilaria immitis are deposited on the surface of the dog's skin. Immediately afterwards, these L3, about 1 millimeter long at this stage, enter the dog's body, using the puncture wound left behind by the insect. In the dermis, the heartworm larvae undergo the next stage of their life cycle and molt into L4 within 3 days post-infection. Then, they begin traveling through the tissue and later migrate into the dog's venous bloodstream, which transports them towards the heart and lungs of the dog. Approximately 60 to 90 days after the initial infection, they start arriving in the small pulmonary arteries, having molted into their final stage, immature adults, sometime along the way. At this point, the immature adult heartworms are about 1 inch long. They now begin to grow massively, pushing into larger and larger pulmonary blood vessels until some of them finally end up in the pulmonary artery close to the heart. Then an inflammatory process on the pulmonary vessel wall is elicited by the parasite. This progressively leads to pathology of the lung and the blood vessels, ultimately resulting in vascular resistance or pulmonary hypertension. With higher worm burdens, right heart hypertrophy develops, leading in the long term to right-sided heart failure and potentially to the death of the affected animal. Heartworms are also responsible for a marked increase in the dog's risk of thromboembolism. Once a worm dies, it can block a smaller pulmonary artery completely, resulting in the infarction of the surrounding tissue. About 6 to 8 months after infection, the adult, now sexually mature female worms start producing offspring, the microfilaria stage of Dirofilaria immitis. These microfilaria circulate in the cardiovascular system of the infected dog, ready to be ingested with the blood meal of a feeding mosquito. Inside the insect, over a period of about 14 days, the L1 larvae develop into the infective L3 stage by molting twice. This mosquito is now a new vector of heartworm infection, threatening the lives of dogs and cats in endemic areas.